relax. We do not want to hit with tension or tightness. That like this, holding the bat, squeezing. How do we hold a baseball? Like an egg, which is loose. We hold the bat the same way. I guarantee when you swing the bat, you're going to hold on to it. I guarantee it. That's just going to happen. If you watch any games on TV, the big league guys, sometimes their top hand's barely even touching the bat because you want to stay loose. All right? So now we're going to get in the batter's box and we're going to check our stance out. Now the key is we want to be consistent. Anybody know what the word consistent means? Who's got that one? Consistent. Yes, Ryan. You had your hand raised. What do you got? What was that? Effective and
wait, what was the word?
Consistency.
To hit the ball?
Well, to hit the ball, we want to hit the ball. That's not the definition. We're in over and over again the same way.
I knew it.
Now, hitting a baseball, you guys will learn this. It's a little easier now. Hitting a baseball is the single hardest thing to do. And I have the caps down while I'm talking right now. Hitting a baseball is the single hardest thing to do in all of sports. You have a round barrel and a round ball. To hit it fair on a line drive is the hardest thing to do in all of baseball. So our key is if we can get in the same stance each time and be consistent with the stance and our swing, we have a much, much better chance of success. Does that mean you're going to get a hit every time?
No.
No, but you're going to have a much, much better chance. So we're stepped out, deep breath, we're going to relax. All right, step in the batter's box. When you step in that batter's box, you own the batter's box. It's not the pitchers, it's not the catchers, it's not the fields. It's your box and your plate. Any ball that goes over that plate, what are we going to do to it?
Wait, smack the snot out of it.
Smack the snot. We're going to crush it. We're not just going to hit it, we're going to crush it. All right? So when you get in the box, first thing you're going to check is your feet. You want to make sure your feet, your toes are pointed a little bit inward, just a little bit inward. And you want to make sure your feet are a little wider than your shoulders. That gives us a good base. So Connor, a little bit wider with your feet, just a little bit wider. There you go, good.
Here's my batter.
Shane, right? Okay, good. Lopez, I can't see. What do you got going? Good. And our toes are lined up. We're pretty much toe-to-toe is what we call it. So you check your feet. Your feet are your foundation. They hold you up. If you live in a house that has a bad foundation, what might happen to that house? It might collapse. So if we have a bad foundation with our feet, what might our swing do? Collapse or be bad. Correct. So we check our feet. Then we got our knees. A little bit of bend in the knees. Just a little bit. A little bit of bend there, Danny. There we go. Next, we're going to lay our bat flat on our shoulder so it's parallel to the ground. You're going to point your pointer fingers out. Line them up. And then you close them. That lines up our knocking knuckles. The knuckles you knock on a door with, we want to line up. Very good. We want to avoid this. This is a big, strong, tense grip that's not going to be effective for hitting. So once we can line up those knocking knuckles, and that doesn't mean our elbows are going to be together when we hit. They're just going to stay in a good position, but we want to try to line up those knocking knuckles. Once we do that from our shoulder, now we're just going to lift our hands up. And ideally, we want our hands about the same height as our eyes or our ear. It's basically the same thing. Some you can hit higher, some you might hit lower, but consistency will keep them about eye height. So we have our feet, our knees, our grip, and then the height of our hands. You could. You don't want to lean back too much. It does get you into a bad position. All right, step out. Deep breath. All right, everybody get into that good stance. I'll come around. If you don't have the good stance, you're going to get an elbow drop on the forehead.
Yeah. Sweet.
All right, let's see it. Get in that box like you own it. You own the plate. You own the box. Are you hitters?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Didn't hear you, Danny. Are you a hitter?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to believe it. Doesn't mean you'll get a hit every time, but it's going to help. Good. Very nice, Ryan. Good stance. Good. Lift those hands up a little. There we go. Stay in that stance. Stay in that stance. Good. There we go. Nice. Notice their front arm or your left arm, for most of you righties, is in an L shape. That's very good. We want the L shape. The back elbow, we don't want to go too high with, but it can be about parallel to the ground or less usually. That's where we're going to want it. Up here real high is kind of ineffective for hitting. Step out. Now notice the other thing we're going to do is a little bit of rhythm. Do we want to stand like a statue in the box?
No.
No? Do we want to dance around like crazy in the ball?
No.
No? If you look at the trees right now with the light breeze blowing, see how they're kind of swaying? That's how we're going to be. That's called rhythm. We're going to have a little bit of rhythm. So let me see the good stance and a good rhythm right now. Get in that box like you own it. That's my box.
No, it's mine.
Thank you very much. Good. Nice and loose. There we go. Good. That's good rhythm. Very outstanding rhythm. Maybe a little bit wider with the feet, Shane. A little bit wider. And where are those toes supposed to be pointed? A little bit in. That's the hard one. That's the hard one. Relax. Just lay it flat on your shoulder. Line up your knocking elbows. Point your pointer fingers up. See how that brings your elbows down a little bit? Good. Good. Very nice. This is a very outstanding group right here. Now once we have a good stance, good rhythm, what's going to happen when that pitcher's getting ready to throw the ball or letting go of the ball? What do? We have a short stride or step. We want to avoid this one. Watch my head. Did my head go forward?
No.
That didn't go forward?
No.
My head went forward.
Oh.
We want to be able to stride. Now watch my head. Did it move?
No.
Well, my foot moved. So where's most of my weight going to be?
On your foot.
On my back foot a little bit. On the back just a little bit. And that's kind of where you're talking about keeping it in the air a little bit. So give me a good stance. A little bit of rhythm. Toes in. Yeah, thank you. That's an athletic position. This is duck. We don't want to be ducks. We want a pigeon. We want to be a pigeon. Toes in a little bit. All right? Soft step. Just a soft stride. Good. Go back. Again. Do it again. Can you practice all this stuff in your bedroom without a partner? Absolutely. Garage, back patio, park. You don't need a partner. Just like the arm swing we talked about. On your own. So you guys are going to get out of baseball what you put into it. The more you work, the more practice, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. Step out. We're on to the next phase. Deep breath. Relax. Whose box is it?
Ours!
Yeah, my box. Get in there like you own it. Get in there like you own it. You own that box. I don't care if the pitcher's Roger Clemens. You get in there like you own the box. Good stance. Hands are in a good position. Now rhythm. Little bend in those knees. And there we go. Good. That rhythm looks nice. Now we go to the next station. This is the key I want you to remember. Just the stuff you just did. Now we take our short step. Now once I do that, what goes first? My knob or the barrel?
Knobs.
Very good. Now I had some people barrel. If my barrel went first, it would look like that. The knob leads the way. So I'm the pitcher right now. I want you to take your short step and then point your knob straight at me, and I'm going to walk around and look at it. Very nice. Good position. Good. More right here. It'll be level, or the barrel might be a little bit below your hand. Right there. The elbow will be right in front of your stomach just about. That's a strong position. Very good. There we go. This is called, and the term I'm going to use, you don't have to remember. Good. The lower pitch will be here. Good. It's called bat lag. Bat lag is our barrel being in that position. This is a short, quick swing. Now, finish your swing. Go. Very nice. Outstanding. All right, back in your stance. Now, let me see your bat real quick. Shoot. If I was standing here and I take a long swing and let my hands get away from my body, oh, I could get Mr. Shoe pretty good. What happens now if I take my knob and hands and lead first with them, and then the barrel, I don't even come close to hitting him. That's the short, quick swing we're looking for. The hands are going to take the barrel where we want it to go. If the pitch is up here and I take my knob low, how do I get to that pitch?
Go up.
I'd have to swing up like that. Your hands are going to go to the height and the location of the pitch. They lead the way.
I have to start on my fence.
Exactly. Perfect drill. That's the drill I teach. We don't have a fence out here though, but it's the fence drill. So you can pull the hands through. All right, good stances.